Okay, so everyone find yourself in a tall feeling, supported feeling seat. Whatever that looks like for you is fine. If you're on the floor, remember you don't have to be on the floor. You could put blocks under your buttocks so you feel like your tail is sticking out behind you a little bit. You can have your legs long, you can have your legs crossed, whatever makes you feel the tallest. If you're in a chair, I might recommend not crossing at the ankles or the knees and just having the feet pressing into the ground. But of course, that's your prerogative. Good. And then roll your shoulders a couple times. Let your shoulders kind of melt down away from your ears. Next time your shoulders are down, keep them down. Elbows are bent, hands are resting on your lap or on the floor next to you, maybe. Always a good option, too, especially if you're feeling a little flighty or anxious today. Maybe one hand on the belly and one hand on the chest, just so you can tune into your breathing body a little bit easier. Okay? Good. Let your gaze go forward and slightly down. Act like you're tucking your chin into an invisible wall behind you so you feel even longer through the crown of your head. And then lock your attention on a spot ahead of you that's not moving and soften your vision. So your vision may go blurry. You could shut your eyes kind of halfway or all the way, and you can change your mind about that as we go. Good. Mentally separate yourself from what you were doing and come fully now into what you are doing. Everything that you were thinking about or being ready to do today will be there waiting for you after class. And start to ground and center yourself, starting with your senses. So what do you see in your field of vision? Try not to let your eyes dart or move around the room if you can help it. Keep your gaze fixed and notice everything that you see. You can just label general shapes and colors. If your eyes are shut, you might see kind of like flickers of lights or shapes. That's normal. Notice the sources of lights and shadows. Be aware of where the doors and windows are in relation to your body. Notice where the other people or objects are in relation to your body. Notice all the noises in the space besides my voice. Notice your own personal bubble of space. Get a sense of what's immediately in front of your body and to the sides of your body, and sense what is behind your body. Notice where air is touching your skin versus where clothing is covering your skin. Notice the weight of your body touching whatever's underneath you. See if you can get heavier in those places and lighter and taller through the crown of your head without working too hard. And notice your breath moving in and out without changing it. Just be aware of where your breath is moving you the most. Notice if your breath is kind of smooth or choppy today, or more quick or slow. Does it feel deep or shallow? None of these are wrong or right answers, just things to notice. And you could stay there just observing, or you could start to engage with your breath by drawing your inhale lower and deeper into your belly than you normally do. Imagine your lungs grow down into your belly and your hips and your low back. And as you exhale, preferably through the nose, but you could through the mouth like you're blowing out of a straw, slow the air down as it escapes your body. Just half a beat or a beat longer is fine. It may feel longer than that, whatever's the most comfortable. Try not to force it. Allow the inhale to come lower, deeper, fuller. Exhaling with ease and control, slower than normal. If it ever becomes too effortful or uncomfortable, you can let go of that and return to a natural breath. But stay here for a few rounds, just observing that fuller, intentional breathing as best you can. Notice anything that comes up for you in periods of silence, and then bring your attention back to your breath. Last round here. Finish the round that you're on. Good. And then return back to your natural passive breath and practice noticing your shesha. S-E-S-A. In Sanskrit, it translates to echo or the remaining thing. Notice what's left over so far. Good. Next time you breathe in, open your eyes if you haven't already. You can take in the room around you again. It's okay if the lighting especially feels a little different. That's normal. And we'll start the movement portion of class. So if you choose to move, let's start. If your legs are crossed, maybe cross them the other way. We're going to stay seated for a few minutes before we stand. If you're in a chair, scoot forward towards the edge of your seat so you have more room behind you and to the sides of your body too. Good. Inhale, get really, really tall through the crown of your head. Just stay here. Don't move your tail, but imagine tucking your tail very slightly. Move the energy of the tailbone down towards the ground more. In the same way, move the crown of your head up more, chin down and back. You might already feel that separating feeling, moving up and down at the same time through the column of the spine. Just notice what that effort feels like as you stay and breathe. Pull your pelvis in and up. Pull your belly in and up for support in the low spine. Inhale, get even taller, shoulders come down. Exhale, right ear towards right shoulder. So keep the shoulders down, just let the weight of your head tilt over to one side. Option to stay still, or you could reach the opposite arm away. Your left arm could reach, palm up or palm down. You could reach up high or down low. Place the hand behind your back. Anything that's interesting. Stay for another round. Keep pressing down into what's underneath you. Keep pulling in and up on your pelvis and your belly. Relax your eyebrows and your jaw. Release your arm. Inhale, come all the way up through the center. Exhale, other side at your own cadence. Maybe try what you did on the other side here. See if it feels the same. And remind yourself, we're not trying to make the two sides of your body identical or look or feel the same. It's probably never going to happen. We're just doing the same practices on each side. Keep breathing. Keep softening through the jaw and the eyebrows. Maybe the eyelids get a little softer. Breath stays full. Push down into your feet in your seat, belly in and up. Inhale, come all the way back to the center. Exhale, look to the right. So turn your whole face towards the right side of the room. You could be still or pretend there's a marker on the tip of your nose. And draw circles above your shoulder. Let them be really slow and controlled, but they could be as small or big as you choose. It could be barely perceivable movement, or it could be like full range of motion. But if you're moving, go one direction a couple times and then pause and go the other direction too. Still looking to that side. Noticing where you feel engagement in the body as you stay and breathe. Good. Press down, inhale, come all the way back through the center. Exhale at your own speed to the other side. Same thing on this side. Go a few times one way and then the other way if you're drawing circles. Even if you're not moving at all, still breathe big and smooth, noticing how the breath also helps to change the sensation that you're experiencing in your body. When you're ready, press down into your feet in your seat, belly in and up. Inhale all the way back to the center. Exhale, stay super tall, but tuck your chin down towards your chest. Scrape your chin towards one shoulder and then back down through the center to the other side. Maybe you pinch your shoulders down and behind you slightly. Next time you come through the center, stay here and interlace your fingers behind your skull so you can cradle your head with your hands. Draw your elbows together a little or a lot. In some bodies, they're going to touch. Breathe really big into the back of your shoulders, the top of your back. Let distractions be what they are, where they are, and bring your attention back to your body over and over. Good. Breathing big in and out just in the top half of the body, almost like the lungs are only housed in the tops of your shoulders, in your back, the armpits, the front of the chest. Let distractions be what they are. Come back to your body over and over and over. It's normal. There's nothing for you to address. Good. Keep your hands where they are. Inhale, open your elbows out to the side and look forward. Stay here and pull the shoulders kind of apart from each other. Really squeeze the shoulders together. In my body, my hands come off my head. That's normal. Okay? One at a time, kind of swim your shoulders down even further so you can really pinch them behind you, and then allow the fingertips to come up towards the sky so you're in like a goalpost kind of shape. Good. See if you can pull your elbows forward, but the thumbs back. You might, especially if you have shoulder or neck tension, pull the arms further forward in the plane of your body. That way it's not so much tension. Good. Stay here. You might turn the fingertips down towards the floor, but keep the elbows where they are. Some bodies you're going to feel a lot. Draw the shoulders down away from your ears still. Good. You could stay. You could place your hands on your hips or on your waist and squeeze even more. You could let your eyebrows and your eyeballs start to look up towards the sky. Keep pressing down into what's underneath you. You could stay, or you could flip your palms and tuck them into invisible back pockets while you keep the chest and the shoulders open. Stay where you landed for another big round of breath. Good. Inhale, bring your head back to the center first. Release your arms. Give your shoulders a big roll if it feels good or necessary. Okay, pause in the center, take a big breath, get taller through the crown of your head. Place your hands on your knees and give it a little press. So you're kind of pushing your hands into your arms and pulling your legs into your hands. Good. A little bit of bracing. So actively now pull the knees up and press down further into the hands. Keep softening your eyebrows and your jaw. They're not helping. Notice the breath coming in and out. Try not to hold your breath as you stay. 1 to 5 pounds of pressure. It doesn't have to be crazy. A little shaking and heat is normal. And then release. Good. Keep your hands where they are. Inhale, belly pulls forward, chest pulls forward, gaze goes forward and up, back bend. Exhale, round your shoulders more than you tuck your tail. Pull your belly button into your spine and look down towards your lap. Back and forth now. Inhaling, cow pose, belly forward, chest forward. Squeeze your shoulders towards your hips. Gaze is up, neck is long. Exhale, round your shoulders, really round between them as far back behind you as you can. You can push an invisible wall out away from you, ahead of you if you wish. Go back and forth like 5 or 6 times. This is that one thing that if you're going to do it every day, this is what I might recommend. Every day, just undulation of the spine back and forth as you breathe. And see if you can start to match up your movement with your breath. So what I mean is, don't get to the very tippy top full expression of your cow pose until your lungs are so full you're going to pop. And then don't move into the next part until your lungs tell you it starts to exhale. And don't get to the end of that movement until your lungs are so empty there's nothing left. You can even give it a like force the rest of the air out at the end. It might surprise you. Back and forth at your own pace. Think long neck the whole time. Couple more like that. Finish the round that you're on. And then come back to a long spine. Good. And bring your hands down by your sides. Give it a really quick tilt. See if you can easily touch the floor. If not, get your blocks and put them to the sides of your body to bring the floor up to you. Do you want blocks? Okay. So arms are down, just kind of dangling out of your shoulders. Gaze is forward. Eyes and forehead are smooth and soft. Inhale, get taller through the crown of your head. Exhale, keep that length as you stay. Identify your right arm. Inhale, lift your right arm either just out to the side, especially if you have neck and shoulder shit, stay here. If it feels okay, you can lift up overhead. If your arm is overhead, lift your shoulder up towards your earlobe like you want to touch it. Now, no matter where you landed, arm out or up, lift the shoulder away from the hip. Create more length just in the side of your body. The arm is just for decoration. Inhale, lift up higher. Exhale, up and over, up and over, up and over. Create as much space as you can, as much roundness as you can in the left side, or excuse me, the right side of your rib cage. Let your fingertips touch down underneath you for support. That could turn into a palm touching down. You could reach way further away. You could take the arm out of the equation and hold onto your lap or put it behind your back. It really doesn't matter what it looks like. Just notice what it feels like. Breathe big into the right side of your rib cage like your lungs are only on that side of your body. Soften your face. Notice where your heart is pointing. If you're pointing down towards the floor, see if you can back out like 10% and then open your heart to the front or even up a little bit. If you're already doing that, see what happens when you reach down and over at a diagonal. Where does it move the sensation in the low back or the hips? Good. Press down into the floor before you come up. Belly in and up for support. Inhale all the way back up and exhale, let your right arm come down. Take a breath in neutral. Notice what's left over. Notice your shesha. Other side. Inhale, reach the arm either out or up. This side might look or feel really different. That's okay. Just work with what you have today. So press down as you lift up. Separate as far as you can between the shoulder and the hip, and then let yourself tilt over. It could be so small. It could be like boop all the way over. It doesn't matter what it looks like. Just breathe really, really big now into the left side of your ribs and notice where you feel it the most on this side. Maybe it's more down in your back and your hips on this side. Maybe it's up in your armpit or in your neck. Just be aware and breathe. Play with the vector. So if you're already having your heart pointed forward or up, see what happens when you point it down and reach over towards the corner of the room. If you're already in that shape, see if you can back out a little bit and open your heart to the front. Yeah. Just find something that you can notice. If you feel nothing, great. I'm happy for you. Keep breathing. Before you come up, push down into your feet in your seat, pelvis in and up, belly in and up. Inhale, ride the wave all the way to the top, and then exhale, let your arm come down. Take a breath in between. Notice what's left over. Good. Okay. I think everyone in the room is a stander, so let's come to the front of the mat standing now. Take your time getting up. Remember, there's lots of ways to get up. You could swing one leg forward and push up in a lunge shape. You can crawl over to your side and push your hands. You can come into your squat. Good. Okay. Come to the front of your mat and just march it out. Don't think about it. Don't control anything. And then suddenly stop and look down at your feet. See if they're where you thought they would be. Don't move anything unless you feel wobbly. If you feel wobbly, maybe you kind of toe heel your feet a little bit farther apart so you have a bigger base. Good. And then look forward. Arms are down. Gaze is soft. Jaw is soft. Maybe like slightly part your lips and your teeth. Let your tongue fall off the roof of your mouth. Like you don't have to be perfectly at attention here. Soft shoulders. They're just heavy. Good. And then keeping your gaze forward, see what happens, experiment, when you just rock your weight into your toes and lift your heels like an inch off the floor, and then rock them back down. Rock your weight back into your heels and lift all the toes off the floor. Maybe they come completely off the ground, and then put them back down. And start to ride your breath forward and back. So you're inhaling forward, heels come up as high as you can. Exhaling as slowly as you can all the way back down, and then rocking your weight back to lift the toes. Good. Go back and forth a few times. It's normal. If it's super easy, great. Shut your eyes and keep going. If you fall out, good. Come right back into your mountain pose and start again. We're just waking up the lower extremities and your balancing system. Good. Last time when you come forward, see if you can lift the heels up as high as you can. Really press down into the big toes and the mounds under the big toes. And hold for 3, 2, 1. Good. Gracefully lower yourself all the way back down. Find where your weight is even between the front and back of your feet and the right and the left side. Inhale, bring your arms out to a big T shape. And exhale, twist to the right. Let your hips roll over to the right if you wish. Oh, sorry, I'll mirror you, so we're going the same way. Yeah, good. Okay, stay here. You can cactus the arms if you want. Bend at the elbows with the fingertips up, or you can keep your arms long, or you can remove your arms from the equation altogether. Totally up to you. Even though you're inhaling to lift up, exhale, squeeze the belly. See if you can twist further. You can look over your back fingertips if you wish. Chin is still down and back, so your head is stacked right on top of your spine. Chin down and back. Chin down and back. Yes. Last breath here. Keep your breath moving in and out. It doesn't have to be perfectly full. And then inhale all the way back to the center. And exhale, arms come down. Take a break in between. Notice what's left over. Other side. Inhale, arms come out really wide. Really reach the arms straight out of the shoulders. Don't use the arms to keep pulling yourself further. Just twist through the belly. Arms are still in that big T shape. Inhale for length, chin down and back. Maybe you exhale and look over your back fingertips. It's okay if you want to bend the elbows or completely take the arms out of the equation. Each time you breathe in, you're getting taller. Each time you breathe out, you're twisting. Squeeze the washcloth in the middle of your body. Good. Inhale all the way back to the center. Exhale, hands come down. Take a big breath in between. Notice what's left over. Okay, half sun salutations. So next time you breathe in, bring your arms around and up. In some bodies, they say separate. Some people like to touch them together at the top and press the hands together really firm. Stay. Push into the feet. Maybe bend your knees like you're testing a diving board or something. So it's a little bit more easeful in the low back. Your gaze can go up towards your fingertips if you wish, or you can look straight ahead. Lift the shoulders up towards the earlobes like you're trying to squeeze your head with your biceps. Good. Just like we did earlier, don't tuck your tail, but imagine moving the tail down towards the floor and the crown of the head and the arms moving up further, like you're pulling yourself apart from the middle, taller and lower, taller and lower. Good. Next time you exhale, fold forward. If your low back is crabby, bend your knees and put your hands on your knees. If your low back is okie dokie, you can fold further so your belly and your chest come to your legs and your arms and head could dangle. Remember, if you have migraines or headaches, I recommend elbows on the knees and you cradle your head so it doesn't go too far below your heart. Walk it out. Bend one knee more at a time and then the other. You can keep your arms dangling. You could grab your opposite elbows. If you're pretty far down, let your head dangle like a bowling ball on a string. Yeah, heavy, heavy, heavy. Shake your head yes a little bit. Shake your head no a little bit. Tiny movements, very careful. Hamstrings are delicate. Very cranky. Okay, be more still. Rock your weight into your heels more. Next time you inhale, come only halfway up. So reach through the crown of your head. Pull your shoulders onto your spine. Pull your belly button in towards your spine. Stay. Breathe. Chin down and back. Lift your toes. Keep breathing in and out. It doesn't have to be super deep. Inhale for more length from tail to crown. Exhale, fold again. Head is heavy. Breathe. Push into your feet. Inhale this time, come all the way back up. Straight legs, straight arms, reach up towards the sky, hands to touch. Exhale, hands come through the center of you and land at your heart. Okay, let's go through a few more a little faster now that you know what you're doing. And as usual, everyone, go at your own speed. Just move with your breath. If it doesn't look like a sun salutation, it's fine. Just match everything up as best you can and keep moving, and you're doing great yoga, I promise. Someone made this up one time. Okay, inhale, reach around and up. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, halfway lift, long and strong. Exhale to fold. Push into your feet. Inhale all the way back up. Exhale, hands to your heart. Again, inhale, reach around and up. Maybe hips forward, elbows back for a back bend. Exhale to fold. Inhale, halfway lift, toes lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale all the way back up, long from toe to fingertips. Exhale, hands to your heart. Good. 3 more at your own pace. Long spine the whole time. Matching up movement with your breath, not moving to the next movement until your breath tells you it's time to switch. If that feels impossible, just be aware of that and notice which is moving faster, your breath or your body. Last one if you're going my speed, but if you're not, disregard, take your time. Ardha Drishti, half awareness on your body, half awareness on your breathing. When you're back in your mountain pose, let your arms come down. Find where your weight is even between your toes and your heels and the right and the left side. Breathe. Notice your shesha. Be aware of what's left over, what's the echo of your practice so far. Good. Okay, let's go into our warrior 1 to warrior 3 balancing that we were doing last week and see how it's changed now that you've had a week of practice in between. So without moving your hips, take your weight just into your left foot. So your right foot is just kind of there for balance. Put your toes on the floor. You don't have to lift it up yet. Good. Make sure you're not holding the baby. Hip stays in line with the knee and the foot. And before you even try to challenge your balance, set yourself up for success. So gaze, drishti is forward, not at the floor. Forward and locked on something that's not moving. And soften the muscles around your face, especially around your eyebrows and your jaw. Good. Suction cup your standing foot to the floor. Lift the arch like an octopus tentacle. Really suck it down. And then squeeze all the muscles on the leg onto the bones. Squeeze your standing glute, pelvis in and up, belly in and up. Good. Shoulders down and back behind you. You might put your hands on your hips. Some bodies like hands at the heart and they really press the hands together. For me, it feels like I'm zipping my body up. It helps me balance a lot more. Okay, inhale just a little bit, lift your right foot. And then exhale, set it back down. Do that a couple times, just waking up your standing left ankle. You might feel a lot of wobbling and wavering. That's normal. If it's totally still and super easy, lift your knee to hip height and close your eyes and stay and don't move at all. Okay. Inhale, lift your knee one more time. This time, exhale, a bunch of little steps or one big step. Gently place your toes on the floor behind you. So you're in a lunge shape. Front knee is bent, back leg is long. Let the heel come down. So your back toes are like at a 45-ish angle. Front toes are pointing at the short edge of your mat. Hips can come more open in some bodies. In some bodies, especially if you're flexy, the heel stays down and the hips both point forward. You can be anywhere in between. It doesn't matter. Okay, look down at your front foot. Make sure you can still see your big toe. If not, you're taller than you thought and you need to take a bigger stance, like a further apart with the feet. Yeah, I like that. Good. Back leg is long, front leg is bent. So really press into the back pinky toe edge of that back foot. Press into the big toe of both feet. Inhale, lift yourself up higher. It might feel like a back bend. If you're okay letting go of your chair or your hips, you could reach your hands up overhead. Lift your shoulders up towards your ears. Maybe your gaze goes up too. Breathe. Heavy from the waist down, light from the waist up. Pressing your feet into the ground, sealing your connection to the floor. Good. Next time you breathe in, look forward if you haven't already and bring your hands to your heart or your hips or your chair. As gracefully as you can, come onto your back toes. Take your heel off the ground. And we're going to step forward into warrior 3, the balancing T shape. So you might want to take a step forward just to get closer, the feet closer together. And then stay long through the crown of the head. Just lift the heel off the floor. Good. Press through the back heel like you're going to take a step back behind you. Good. Maybe you're pulsing up and down. Maybe you lift it and it stays lifted. Long line between your heel and your crown. If you're long and you feel like you're pretty steady, you can start to tilt forward. But remember, the back leg only comes up as far as the torso goes forward. So if the leg stays down but you're bending, it's going to make you tip forward. If you're pulling your leg way up but staying uplifted, you're just increasing a back bend on one side. You want to stay long and even like a seesaw. That's a seesaw, right? Okay. You know what I'm talking about. Breathe. If you fall, good. Try it again. As gracefully as you can, come all the way back to standing. Place your feet together, lower your arms, take a breath, notice what's left over. See if you can resist the urge to shake it out just yet. Notice if the sensations move or change just from rest. And then if you need to shake it out, shake it out. Okay, other side. So your right leg is your standing leg this time. Even though you know where you're going, come into it slowly. Set yourself up. Gaze is forward, not down. Face is soft, chin down and back. Press your toes down, press your heel down. Suction cup the arch to the floor. Squeeze all the muscles in your legs. Squeeze your standing glute. Pelvis in and up, belly in and up. Squeeze your shoulders behind you. Hands to your chair, your hips, your heart. And then inhale, lift your left foot a little or a lot and press it back down. You can stay here just moving up and down. That's really good yoga. Move with your breath. Inhaling to lift, ride it up. Exhaling to lower. If you feel pretty okay and steady here, you could lift it and hold it up. Maybe the knee is at hip height. Press through the heel, pull your toes back towards your body. Unclench your jaw, keep breathing. Good. Next time you inhale, lift your foot if you haven't already. Exhale, a bunch of little steps or one big step. Take the foot way back behind you into your lunge shape. Front knee is bent, toes pointed to the short edge of your mat. And then set your back heel down so it's at kind of like a 45-ish angle. It doesn't have to be perfect, y'all. Hips can open or both be pointed forward. Make sure you can still see your big toe and the front foot. Knee kind of stacked right on top of that ankle. Okay, if you feel okay letting go of your support or your hips or your heart, you can inhale and lift your arms up. If you're lifting your arms up, it'll make it less active if you bend the elbows, lower the shoulders away from the ears. I like to kind of like cradle my head sometimes. Or if you want to really work hard today, lift the shoulders up towards the ears, squeeze your biceps into your ears, and interlace the fingers, point just the index fingers up, squeeze. No air between the palms. Good, maybe your gaze goes up. Long neck, don't crunch the back of your neck. Heavy from the waist down, light from the waist up, breathe. Press into both feet. Pelvis in and up, belly in and up. Good. Next time you breathe in, bring your gaze forward if you haven't already. Exhale, bring your hands down if you haven't already. Gently, carefully, come onto your toes. Maybe you take a preemptive step forward so your feet are closer together. Long through the crown of your head, gaze probably slightly forward instead of straight down at the floor. And then practice lifting the leg up behind you. It could just be a little, you could be pulsing. Or maybe the leg lifts and you can keep it up. It's okay to bend your standing leg as much as you want. Shaking and wobbling is good. That's the body working and accommodating. If you're coming into your warrior three more like a T shape, fine, but only let your torso come down as far as the back leg comes up. If you're pretty far down, you could reach for your chair or blocks, or the floor, forehead to knee. Grab your ankle, standing split. Easy. Keep breathing, keep trying. It's just yoga. Don't take it so serious. It's okay. Good. Inhale, bring yourself all the way back up as gracefully as you can. Place your feet next to each other. Relax your hands down. Breathe. Notice what's left over. Resist the urge to shake it out right away, but then, of course, shake it out. Get it out. Okay. Everyone turn towards the whatever this wall is. Yeah, good. And then really wide stance on your mat. We're going to fold forward. So if you already know that you need a chair, maybe place a chair in front of you so you can grab onto it for extra support or balance. Otherwise, hands are on your hips. Good. Press into the pinky toe edges of both feet. Gaze is forward. Inhale, get taller from your tail to your crown. Exhale, come halfway down so that your torso is parallel with the floor, like a half lift. Good. Bend your knees as much as you need so you can, I heard a teacher say once, shoot a rainbow out of your ass. See if you can shoot a rainbow right out of your ass. Squeeze your shoulders onto your back. Long neck, chin down and back. Really, really long and strong. You could stay here. You could kind of bend one knee at a time and shift your weight side to side to get deeper into different parts of the legs. Or you could keep your weight even between the right and left side. You could lower your hands down towards the floor or blocks or your chair, and you could let the crown of the head drape down likewise. Breathe. Try not to hang in your hips. Press down hard into your feet. Suction cup your feet to the floor still. If you're reaching, you could take your peace fingers where your flip-flops go. You could grab the pinky toe edges of the feet and tuck your fingers underneath. You could grab your ankles, elbows out to the side, shoulders up towards your hips. Crown of the head down. Yeah, breathe. Last big round of breath here. No goal, just process. Good. Release your arms. Inhale, come halfway up. Push into your feet, pelvis in and up, belly in and up. Place your hands back on your hips or at your heart or your chair. And then one big motion. Inhale, bring yourself all the way up to stand. Tuck your chin if you got lightheaded. And then heel toe your feet back underneath you so you're standing. Take a breath. Notice what's left over. Great. Okay, come to sit on your mat. We're not going to get back up if that helps you decide if you're going to go to a chair or down to the actual floor. Take your time. Good. Okay. Bend your right knee and take your left leg long. Some bodies have the right foot like super, super close in towards the groin. Some bodies like the foot more off to the right, so you have a bigger base, just like when we're standing. It might make you feel taller. So super close or wider apart. It doesn't matter. We're going to do that twist that we did last week that you could go open or close. Let's try both today since you've all seen both. Let's see if you can practice both now. So the long leg, you're pushing through the left heel and pulling your toes back towards your body. It's okay if the foot lifts up off the floor. My body does that too. It's normal. Okay. Inhale, get taller through the crown of your head and grip onto your bent knee so you can kind of use your arms to hold yourself taller. Now grip onto that knee only with the left hand, the opposite side hand. Take your right hand, inhale, open it out to the side, and then exhale, maybe place it on the floor near your hip. You could stay here. You could reach back further and twist further towards that knee. That's compressing the side of the body. See if you can pull your thigh in to smush your belly on purpose. Still look for length through the crown of your head, chin down and back. If your neck's okay with it, you can look over your back shoulder. Breathe. Keep reaching through your long leg. Relax your face. Shoulders down and away. Yeah. Next time you breathe in, come all the way back to the center. Switch hands. We're going to do the open twist now. So inhale, open your left arm straight out of your shoulder. Really, really big half T shape. And then either keep it there or place it down on the floor. You could keep gripping onto your right knee with your right hand. Some people like to open the right arm on the inside of the knee and squeeze the elbow into the knee and the knee into the elbow. It gives you leverage to maybe twist further open. It's okay if your hips want to shift a little bit. Inhale for length, chin down and back. Soft face. Beautiful, everybody. Inhale all the way back to the center. Let both legs go long or both knees bent. Lean back a little bit, swish your knees, bump your feet. Lazy, lazy teenager, my favorite. Okay, other side. So left knee is bent, right leg is long. Grab onto your knee for support. Really press through the long heel, pull your toes back towards your body. See if you can hold that structure the whole time. Notice your left foot. Is it super close to your body like the last shape, or is it further away from your body? You should pick the one that makes you feel the tallest. So that might mean like you kind of look more like this, with the legs really far apart. That's good yoga. Or it could be super compressed and tight and that's good yoga too. Okay? Good. Let's do the closed one first. So just grab onto the left knee with the right hand. Here's a trick too. If you feel like compressed because of your belly flesh, me too, take your free left hand and smush the flesh in with your hand and then re-squeeze your leg into your belly. Voila. More space. You just move it where you don't want it, okay? All right, when you're ready, inhale, open the left arm out to a big T shape. You could hold it there. You could put the hand down behind you and kind of press into the hand to help you feel taller. Chin down and back. Keep pressing through the long leg. Keep reaching through the crown of your head. Inhaling for length and exhaling to twist. Maybe you look over your back shoulder, only if your neck's okay with it. Keep breathing. It doesn't have to be super deep. Inhale yourself all the way back to the center. Switch hands. If you want to readjust your feet, you can. Free hand is the right hand. Keep pushing through the long heel. Inhale, open your arm so you're in the open twist this time. Chest is moving away from the bent knee. You could again put your hand on the floor for support. You could put it kind of back behind you too, so you're like really open and letting your heart come up towards the ceiling more. Or you could be super upright and pulling. Or you could lengthen through the left arm as well, press the elbow into the knee, pull the knee into the elbow, and use that to open even further. Maybe you look over your back shoulder, breathe. Chin down and back. Soft face, unclench your jaw. Straighten through the elbow. Straighten through the wrist. Inhale all the way back up through the center. Lazy, lazy, lazy. One more time. Bump the knees, switch the feet. Okay, last seated position, and then we'll come to lay down or scoot all the way back in your chair. So if you're on the floor, take the the soles of your feet together with the knees apart. If you're in the chair, take your feet wide, because if you put the feet together and tip forward, you're just gonna fall out of your chair. Please don't, okay? So feet would be on the floor in this case. Okay, grab onto your knees. If you're on the floor, you might grab your ankles or your toes, but you want to imagine the knees pulling apart from each other, not just coming down towards the floor. The feet can be really far away from your body or super close to the groin. You just want to feel tall. So pull the shoulders down away from the ears, pelvis in and up, belly in and up, knees pulling apart from each other, pressing the feet down, chin down and back. Face is soft. Stay and breathe. Soften your face even more. Maybe your chin comes down. Just the chin. Stay long everywhere else. Maybe you grip stronger with your right hand and you lean your head to the left. Just the left. Maybe you open your mouth and stick your tongue out. Inhale yourself slowly, slowly, carefully all the way back to the center. Grip stronger with your left hand. Let the head tilt to the right. Just like we did at the beginning of class, just the weight of your head tilting over so it pulls more. Good. Maybe you stick your tongue out. Inhale yourself slowly, carefully, all the way back to the center. Forward fold of your choice. So if you want, you can do the long, flat version where you keep your spine super long and you only come as far as you can keep your spine long, especially in the low back. Belly really pulling up hard, like you're trying to smush all your organs in towards your back the whole time. So you could do that. In that case, chest is pulling towards your toes or the floor, and your gaze and chin are going forward. If you want, you could do the rounded version. That's like really deep curve. So tuck your chin, tuck your belly, and pull until the crown of your head just easily nestles into the space between the soles of your feet. If you're pulling with your hands, that's okay, but let the elbows come out to the sides, not back towards your belly. They're going to get in your way. So elbows out to the sides. Yes. Breathe. Inhale, unravel. Bring yourself back up to a tall spine. Close your knees like a book. And either scoot all the way back into your chair or lay all the way down onto your mat. Bend your knees, put your feet flat on the floor, and windshield wiper your knees side to side. That could be very, very small, or it could be very, very big. But move slowly and mindfully, no matter which version you chose. Keep your breath moving in and out easily now. Soften your face. Soften the soles of your feet. Soften the palms of your hands. Soften anything you can that is not helping you. Just move the knees side to side. Soften the sides of your neck. And then come to stillness. You might stay here with the knees bent, feet wider than the hips, so the knees can come in towards the center. You might separate the knees and keep them bent, or you might elongate the legs. Totally up to you. Just aim for something where both sides of the body are doing the same thing, symmetrical. And stop doing yoga. Stop trying. Don't breathe in any certain way. Just be here. Soften anything you can to get 1% more comfortable. Take off your glasses or shift your clothing, whatever you need. Today, we're going to practice 3 minutes of silence, a little bit longer than last time. I'll tell you when we're halfway through, and I'll tell you when the 3 minutes is completely over. Starting now. Halfway. Good. Notice where your mind went. And then bring attention back to the weight of your body on the floor or your chair. Notice your breath again without changing it. Gently start to wiggle your fingers and your toes. Let your body wake back up carefully and slowly. And that can turn into something bigger if you want to roll your wrists and your ankles or bend your knees or move or stretch in any sort of way. Stillness is another good option. And eventually we'll move up to a seat to end class together. But before you do get up, I would give you one last challenge, and that's to notice in your mind the way that you would get up, and then see if you can get up the opposite direction or a totally different way or not. That's okay too. But find your way back to a tall spine. You can sit back on your chair or on the floor, on blocks, or straight on your mat. Legs longer crossed. Maybe roll your shoulders one more time away from your ears. Gazes forward and down, chin down and back. And I'll invite you to bring your hands together, either in a prayer position with your thumbs touching the center of your chest. You can stack your hands or none of that. And look down or bow down towards your heart and your hands. And this motion is in gratitude of yourself. So as best you can, give yourself a sincere thank you just for carving out the time and focusing on your yoga practice. Everything else is over and doesn't matter anymore. And remember, you have a body, but you're not just your body. You have a mind, but you're not just your thoughts. And you have emotions, but you're not just your feelings. As you're ready, your hands can come down. Let your eyes flutter open and up. Class is over. Thank you all so much for coming. If you have any questions or concerns, you can let me know now or email me after class, whatever. Nice to see everybody. Thanks.